So you're ambitious. You've got big dreams. You want to be successful, build something real, and live the life you keep imagining in your head. But there's one problem. You're lazy. You know what you should be doing, but you don't do it. And every time you avoid it, that guilt hits you again. Because deep down, you know you're capable of more. That guilt builds up over time. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, until it becomes something worse. Acceptance. You start thinking, maybe this is just who I am. Then a new year rolls around, and suddenly you're motivated again. You make the same goals as last year. Promise yourself, this time will be different, and start strong. But slowly, that energy fades. Procrastination creeps back in like an uninvited guest. One day off becomes two becomes a week, and before you know it, you've labeled yourself as a lazy person. The internet is full of advice on how to stop procrastinating. Delete social media, block distractions, build discipline. But most of that only treats the surface. The real reason we procrastinate goes deeper. Psychologists say it can be explained in one word: inertia. In physics, inertia means something at rest stays at rest, and something in motion stays in motion, unless something pushes or stops it. That law doesn't just apply to objects, it applies to you, too. Getting started on anything, a workout, a project, a habit, requires that first bit of energy, that initial push. But in our heads, we make that push so heavy that it feels impossible. We think about the whole task, the whole plan, the entire goal, and we freeze. So instead of doing the hard thing, we distract ourselves with easy things. Scrolling, snacking, watching, anything that gives instant comfort. That's how procrastination wins. Not because we don't care, but because we never get past the starting line. To break that cycle, you need to break inertia. And that starts with one simple idea. Make the first step small enough that it's almost impossible to resist. 1. Lower the stakes. The hardest part is always starting, so make it stupidly easy to begin. Don't say, I need to finish my entire essay. Say, I'll write 50 words. Don't say, I need to go to the gym for an hour. Say, I'll just put on my shoes and step outside. The smaller the step, the weaker the resistance. Because once you start, you stop needing willpower. Momentum takes over. 2. The 2-minute rule. If you really don't feel like doing it, tell yourself you'll do it for just 2 minutes. 2 minutes of cleaning, 2 minutes of studying, 2 minutes of work. Then you can stop if you want to. But most of the time, you won't. Because once you're in motion, your brain shifts gears. It starts to enjoy progress more than avoidance. That's the beauty of momentum. At first, it feels like pushing a boulder uphill, painful and slow. But once it starts rolling, it needs less effort to keep moving. That's why the first step matters more than all the others. So when you catch yourself overthinking or waiting for motivation, remember this: you don't need to feel ready. You don't need to plan the whole staircase. Just take the first step, no matter how small, because once you move, everything else starts moving too.